Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. Last episode we kind of just cleaned up after the Stag Lord told Oleg that we beat him. Went over to Nettle. That he's the undead guy that was by the river, the one that we had nightmares about, and put him to rest by telling him that the Stag Lord is dead. And then we came back to Rust Bowl, to the banquet hall where we started. And we have talked to a couple of guests. We have Lander here, who wants to be one of our envoys and help us rule the kingdom. He doesn't really tell us much at all. We don't even know if Lander's his real name. But I looked up a very brief thing on him, and he's like the neutral option. We got Lander. And these are all envoys, and they're like, we have to choose only one that's going to help us rule the kingdom. And then we Nurtala Sertova. She's one of the noble house leaders, and she has offered Chandra Merve to be one of our envoys. And then we have Cassil here. He's the adopted stepson of Jamandi. And she's one of the Sword Lord nobles, as you can probably put two and two together by now from all these episodes. And she's offering him as an envoy. So we will probably have to choose one. And since I don't want to go with either one, because they're both just using me to the means of their own end, even though the Sword Lords seem like they're being more honest about it and a lot more straightforward, because in the last episode, Jamandi told us what was going on, and that she just wanted an ally for when they broke off from the country of Brevoy to make their own. But I will probably go with Lander, as he is the neutral option.
So, how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
Before we begin, I'd like to talk about the envoy I'll be taking with me.
My apprentice, Cassil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
Young Lander will come with me.
Oh, the heir of House Lebeda. Naive enough to think no one would recognize him here. I wouldn't trust him. Who knows what he has in mind?
Okay, I'm ready for the ceremony.
Excellent. Stand here. Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor three brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Mager Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Restov, I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
I liked how I still had the halo. Made it seem a lot more divine than it was probably supposed to be.
Victory! The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Oh, we got Keston Garris here. Welcome, Your Grace. Let me once again congratulate you on your victory and your new title. Lady Jamandi transferred me here. I am at your disposal. I'm not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of your new capital's citizens. The Stag Lord's former stronghold will soon be a thriving city. Word travels fast, and the first settlers have already arrived, with new ones approaching as we speak. While you were visiting Restov, much has been done here. Your benefactors, the Aldori, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. I stand ready to answer your questions and to show you around the most important sites. Where are my companions? They are all somewhere around here, but I never kept an eye on who went where exactly. Well, I assume Tristan is with Jod, and you can always find Lindsay, just following the noise and turmoil. Are there any citizens I should know about? Our old acquaintance Jod is right here. Erastil's clerics normally don't like cities much, but he's eager to serve you. Also, the emissary from Brevoy is here, waiting for you in the throne room. There's also this curious matter. An elf has paid us a visit, a blind elf. Desna only knows how he managed to get here. He seems a peaceful, even pleasant fellow, though naturally a little odd, so I let him stay a while. It's up to you to decide what to do with him now. That's about it, I guess. What's the mood of the people here? I must admit, I've never seen anything like that my whole life. A city, a whole barony, born right in front of our eyes. The people sense the moment, and today we're feeling proud. As a rule, I'm not too cheerful or chatty. I'd normally feel out of place among all the rejoicing, but today is one of those days. The main question is, where can I get a drink or three? It's time to toast my victory. I'll make sure to show you, the moment we enter the city. The tavern was the first business that opened. Building a city is thirsty work. And I beg your forgiveness for my behavior during the reception. I drank a little too much. It is a day for celebration. I'm ready to look around the city. Lead the way. Follow me, Your Grace. Interesting. Yeah, he didn't build that wall very well. It ended up falling apart in some places, so I just crawled in the side. Wow, it looks pretty good so far. Yep, we got a vendor here. Looks like another one's being set up. So the tavern's over to the right. North is probably with the fortress and the cat, like where we'll be most of the time. And then the square is here where we'll have a well, I do have a hair of pure gold. All barons can breathe fire. Trust me. But I hope that this is custom to every person, like every race, because it's pretty cool that they said that I have a hair of gold, tall as a troll, and can breathe fire. And those are some of the guards. Oh wow, this is beautiful. That looks pretty good. We can see like our kingdom from there. Oh, they took down the fort itself and turned it into a home for me. Okay, welcome to your barony. You are about to make the unyielding stolen lands a prosperous kingdom. There is a long and arduous road ahead of you. You and your advisors are going to deal with matters of national importance. Found and build up settlements, seize and develop new regions, solve pressing problems, and take advantage of good opportunities. A prosperous governor will be handsomely rewarded with support and donations from their subjects, promising alliance with other states, wealth for their treasury, and many other things. Good luck in your ruling, Baroness. Alright, Keston Garrus. So now we've reached the main chambers. This is the throne room where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map, depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your grace's attention. Hello, my dear friend. Oh, and here's Lander. And that chosen as an emissary greeted you with a distinct nod. I'm glad to see you in good health. I don't see how you remain so steady in these circumstances. But in truth, I shouldn't worry. A little effort, and this barony will become a rich and prosperous land, right? Barony effects, community +6, loyalty +6, military +3, economy +3, divine +3, arcane +3, stability +3. New event, trade agreements for Sotova, Isvanki offer, pillage the Temple of the Elk, rebuild the Temple of the Elk, and research into the nature of curses, Davik Nettle. Since ruling, difficulty level of your barony. You may change the difficulty level of your barony at any time or set it to automatic. If set to automatic, you won't have to deal with most government decisions. You'll be taken care of automatically, and your barony will never fail. However, this will also prevent you from unlocking any governance-related achievements. Okay. Since ruling seems to be a new thing for you, I'll put the matter simply. There are two kinds of issues that the Baroness must address. Boring ones and amusing ones. You have servants and advisors to handle all the boring problems, and you can give them orders from wherever it pleases you. But sometimes an urgent matter will arise, a dragon attack, or the visit of some noble dignitary like myself. Events like these demand the Baroness's personal presence in the capital. We'll mark these events on the map, too. We got even more events. Trade agreement with Sortova. Oh no, those are the same. According to the ancient tradition of Brevoy and most of the river kingdoms, rulers in these parts find it convenient to receive visitors and chop off heads at the beginning of each month. I know well that traditions can be tedious, but nevertheless I advise you to visit the capital on important days. But here's the main thing. You should start choosing people to fill the key positions right away. Your clerics, Jod and Tristan, were the first to beg for an audience. I'll leave you to your thoughts for now. I'm sure you'll make wise decisions. Of that, I have no doubt. Your Grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving the title of Baroness. I am confident that you'll be able to bring order to these troubled lands. Though to be honest, that isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristan and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Elk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It's corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, steeping it with putrescence. I'm disgusted with whoever could do this. And now there is a new woe. Tristan and I believe the curse did not simply disperse of its own accord. There is a place near the capital rumored by the locals to be cursed. Tristan and I visited this dreadful place, and we felt the same putrescence as at the Temple of the Elk. What is this place? Where is it? There is a bald hilltop not far from here, to the north of the capital. Its ground is entirely barren of life. The locals believe that rituals glorifying the dark gods were held there, back in ancient times. There is no longer any trace of such rituals, but the air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. This place is like a rotting wound, closed but not healed. And this wound will undoubtedly open again. Tristan and I felt something approaching, something ominous. The curse will soon return to plague us once more. I swear by Erastil. I will go there as soon as I am able. I would be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. I agree with Tristan. We have been to this hilltop. It's barren, but filled with a dense atmosphere of unease. Well, what do you suggest? The curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit the bald hilltop and resolve this issue. For now, we can only wait and prepare. We beg your pardon, your grace, for intervening with you getting the grasp of your barony. I'm sure you have even more pressing matters at hand right now. Okay, a day later. The barony has 10 basic stats, each supervised by an advisor. They are as follows: population, which is the regent; loyalty, which is the counselor; military, which is the general; economy, which is the treasurer; divine, which is the high priest; relations, which is the grand diplomat; stability, which is the warden; magic, which is the magister; culture, which is the curator; and espionage, which is the minister. Stats increase if your governance is successful and decrease if events don't end well or other negative factors are placed in your way. Don't let your barony stats drop to 0 or lower. This will cause your subjects to riot and your state will begin to crumble. Each state has certain milestones or ranks within them. Every 20 points in a stat will increase your rank. Rank 1 unlocks a corresponding advisor position for that stat. Further development of the stat and upgrades to its rank will be possible only if you have an advisor in the relevant position. Governing your barony will require 1 advisor for each stat. You may appoint your companions as well as some of the stolen land citizens into these advisor positions. Each of the 10 positions has at least 3 characters who are qualified to hold it. Not all of these characters will be willing to serve you right away. Some of them will need to be convinced. Appointing others will require completing an assignment for them or rendering them some other service. Every advisor acts on their own ideology. They have their own opinions on everything that happens in your domain. Therefore, you may want to select characters whose governance philosophy is consistent with your own. Open the advisor tab on the right side of the screen, click an empty slot, and select a character to appoint them as an advisor. Every barony stat gains a bonus from a specific ability of the appointed advisor. The exact size of the bonus is indicated in the upper right corner of the advisor's card. Only advisors may address the problems, opportunities, and sudden events that occur in your domain and require immediate attention. Don't leave these positions vacant. Alright. What should we name this? This is a... I'm gonna go with, since there's a lot of swamp here, I think this is from Dragon Age, and I'm gonna call it the Free Marshes. Alright. Advisors. Okay, the region. Choose an advisor for this position. Okay, we can have... Okay, we'll have Lander as the regent, because he gets community +3. And now Counselor. Christian is pretty high on this. So we'll give that to him. We'll give Rengungar... the leader is General. But we don't have anyone for Treasurer yet. And High Priest, we'll give to Heron. Alright. Actually, we'll give it to Jod because he's more I think he's more aligned with my people. Curses? Research into the nature of curses, Davik Nettle. Now that the Undead Engineer's curse has been lifted, it might be prudent to study it and be more prepared next time. Okay, we'll give Jod this. Okay, and we have BP. I'm not fully sure what this is for. Okay, we can buy it. Okay, what about the economy? Okay, we should restore the... Beliefs, advisors will act according to their position in government, beliefs in alignment, choose wisely. Okay, he's working on that for now, so we'll worry about the curse. That'll take priority. Okay, we're not gonna pillage it. Okay, is Vonki Keeg, High Priest of Erastil from Restov, has a strong interest in spreading the Stag God's faith across the region. He's eager to build a shrine dedicated to Erastil on your lands, but at his own expense. Accept his offer if you wish to gain a useful ally in a place of worship for Erastil. Okay, that requires 7 days. We'll let the curse. Ends in 45 days. How much time do we have? Can we check to see how long we have to do it? I'm guessing we have as much time as we need to do that. Projects, events, regions, claim outskirts. Declare the outskirts a part of your kingdom. Choose an advisor to handle this event. Okay, we're gonna have Tristian do that because he'll do it. That'll help the people the most. You may claim new regions to expand your territory. Open the regions tab on the right side of the screen and select the relevant project at the bottom of the screen. Claiming a region will allow you to significantly increase your barony stats and found settlements in the new lands. Okay, one of your barony stats has reached 20 points. It's time for you to increase its rank. First, meet with your advisor and discuss the future of the state. To do so, return to your capital and click the button on the appropriate event card in the throne room. Whatever choice you make, remember your advisors may disapprove. If the current advisor decides that you argue too much, they will quit forever. Okay. After you talk to an advisor and make a decision, a new kingdom project will become available that will increase the stat rank. You can find it at the bottom center of the screen on the projects tab. It will take you and your advisor 14 days to complete the project. Time will be automatically sped up until the project is completed. Okay. We claim this northern part, the outskirts. Okay, let's see here. Do we have any... Okay, nothing seems to be pressing. Alright, we're going to end the video here, and next episode we'll just focus on... Actually, next episode I'll get all this done before I start the episode. In between them, and then I'll show you what I chose to do. Alright. Have a good one.